Yo, 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 Big Cash back up in here. Shout out to Rap Lord. We about to review this video, well, react to it, rather, about every celebrity that's going down with Diddy. Now, y'all not going to want to click off this video. This is a perfect breakdown explaining how every celebrity is going down with Diddy. But there's some things that's been coming out because you know his trial coming out. I think his trial is today or something like that, matter of fact. But we about to go over this, man, because I don't know how this is going to turn out for everybody else. And other celebrities is getting frayed. They shaking in their boots. We about to get into this video, though. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all know I like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
If you're a celebrity in Hollywood, doomsday is just 1 month away. And what I mean is that Diddy's trial is scheduled to begin on May 12th, exactly 1 month from now. Dozens of Diddy associates are on the edge of their seats, wondering if they're going to be
So it's May 6th now. We got 6 more days. I stand corrected.
Dragged into the biggest scandal the rap game has ever seen. Each and every day, more names get revealed in lawsuits and news articles, and it's safe to say the trial is going to expose even more celebrity skeletons. That's why we're launching a comprehensive breakdown of all the celebs who are in danger of going down with Diddy. Why is the industry's biggest power couple desperately trying to distance themselves from Sean Combs? How did the GOAT athlete get his name in a shocking Diddy lawsuit? And who is the
He talking about LeBron James. LeBron James was at them parties too, rapping all the lyrics to everybody. You know LeBron liked to party too. Yeah, LeBron liked to he like party.
one rapper who seems determined to defend Diddy at all costs? Is there a method behind the madness, or is this the ultimate crash out mission? We've even dissected countless affidavits, lawsuits, reports, and indictments to figure out what Diddy's master plan in court might be. Is he gonna throw other celebrities under the bus to save himself, or will Diddy take the fall? And finally, we're gonna take a closer look at all the other big names attached to the Diddy scandal, from rap stars to actors to Super Bowl headliners. Will the Diddy trial be the Thanos snap that changes the entertainment industry once and for all?
You could call me Love.
And Puff, where did that come from?
I can't tell you that.
With all that said, one thing's for sure though, Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing everything they can to distance themselves from Diddy's alleged crimes.
Yeah.
Jay and Diddy's relationship actually goes back decades. As a rising rapper from Brooklyn, Jay had a close friendship with the notorious B.I.G., who signed Diddy as his flagship artist back in 1993. Over the years, Jay and Diddy appeared on numerous songs together, like Young G's from Diddy's 1997 album No Way Out, and I Know What Girls Like from Jay's Volume 1 album that same year.
I know what girls like, I know what they want.
And given the context that we know
right
now,
there.
that's just a little creepy. You know, just a little creepy.
That was my beat on that joint. But now listening to the lyrics, mingling it with this situation that's going on now, it's like, ugh. Like you said, it's a little bit creepy.
You know? And when you take a closer look, Jay and Diddy clearly have a lot in common. Both rose from humble beginnings to become full-fledged music industry moguls. They built billion-dollar empires that spanned fashion, spirits, and lucrative business partnerships, and often made public appearances together. And since Jay-Z and Diddy were seen so much together, it only makes sense that Diddy would be spotted with Jay's longtime partner, Beyonce Knowles. The B-side to Beyonce and Jay's smash hit single Crazy in Love was literally a Beyonce-Diddy collaboration called Summertime. Like her husband, Beyonce had also been frequently spotted with Diddy. They appeared courtside together as recently as 2018, and she was in attendance at Diddy's blowout 50th birthday bash the year after. During an interview on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast,
That's horrible. If y'all seen the baby on Club Shay Shay, and then you parallel it with what's going on with Diddy, he really exposed it all. He really exposed it all.
the baby claimed that his first time meeting J and B was actually at a
Bro, why does dude look the same size as Shannon Sharp, but bigger? Why do he look bigger than Shannon Sharp? I know he ain't bigger than Shannon Sharp. What the? Am I tripping?
Diddy party in LA.
I was at a party at Diddy crib. Me and, maybe about 15 others,
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce. And I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
To outsiders, J.B. and Diddy's alliance looks like rap game synergy at its finest. But when you dig a little deeper, it turns out something much darker may have been at play. In November of 2023, Diddy's ex Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit that accused Diddy of tons of heinous crimes that included abuse and sex trafficking. Right away, people wondered who else may have known about Diddy's alleged behavior. And considering that Jay-Z and Beyonce were frequently pictured with Diddy and
He's 5'8". They must have did some little camera angles or something like that.
Cassie, fans started to think that Hov and B might be first-hand witnesses. In fact, there's a bizarre conspiracy theory about Beyonce circulating on TikTok right now. Tons of celebrities have thanked Beyonce in public or dropped hints that she knows. While casual fans might assume that celebs like Adele might be showing love to Queen Bee, some other users think something much more sinister is at play and that they
Hey, shout out to Lizzo for getting her health right. And she started to, she's going on a journey. Shout out to her for that. We got to give props what props is due, y'all.
Users think something much more sinister is at play and that they might be thanking Beyonce to protect themselves from her wrath. On October of 2024, JoJo Siwa attracted scrutiny when she shouted Beyonce out at the Industry Dance Awards.
I also have to say thank you to Beyonce, just so that way we keep the dance community safe.
Plenty of people seem to think that JoJo was referencing those conspiracy theories and that her onstage tribute was just another example of celebrities bowing down. When asked about her speech, JoJo tried to play it off. Quote, "The internet's going to run with whatever it is they run with." But those rumors exploded just weeks later on December of 2024 when a civil lawsuit named both Diddy and Jay-Z in the alleged essay of a 13-year-old girl. According to the lawsuit, the alleged assault happened in the year 2000 at an after party for the MTV Music Video Awards. Both Diddy and Jay's lawyers denied the allegations, but Jay took his denial a step further. In a statement released by Jay-Z's company Roc Nation, Jay called the accusations idiotic and heinous in nature. He accused Tony Busby, the lawyer who filed the suit, of trying to blackmail him and promised to expose Busby as a fraud. While Busby stood on the accusation, the lawsuit accusing Jay-Z was withdrawn in February of 2020.
This is the same guy that linked up with Shannon Sharp's accuser. This is the same guy. This is why everybody's calling the Shannon Sharp situation BS, because he tried to take Jay-Z down and he links up with anybody's accuser and try to get them to milk who's ever they're accusing of more money.
25. The unnamed accuser acknowledged that there was inconsistencies in her claims, and in a record conversation with private investigators, the accuser admitted that Jay-Z did not assault her. She even seemed to admit that her lawyer, Tony Busby, pressured her to sue Jay. Busby said that this was a blatant lie, while
pressured her to sue Jay. This is probably why, I'm not saying it's a definite, but this is probably why the girl went from when Shannon Sharp asked the girl, told the girl, I'll give you 10 million. She said, no, I want 50. That's probably why. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see.
While the accuser later said that she dropped the lawsuit because she was allegedly afraid of intimidation from Jay and his fans. Jay's response was to file a countersuit that targeted both his Jane Doe accuser and Tony Busby of defamation. Jay claimed that the timing of this lawsuit was meant to specifically humiliate him and that it led to death threats against his family. Fans even noticed that Jay and Beyonce's longtime bodyguard Julia seemed extra protective of the family during their appearance at the Grammys when Beyonce was awarded the Album of the Year, and it seems like this Diddy lawsuit might be the reason. But Jay and Beyonce were both named in another bombshell lawsuit that was filed on just April 1st, and this wasn't an April Fool's Day prank.
All of that will be litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, he didn't have anything to do with it.
According to a civil suit filed in Florida, a man named Joseph Manzaro claimed that Diddy, quote, directly perpetrated acts of SA towards him exactly a decade earlier in April of 2015. Even crazier is that Manzaro named tons of celebrities who were apparently at the Diddy party where the assault took place. And guess what? Jay and Beyonce are both on the list, along with some other really high-profile names like LeBron James, Emilio Estefan, and Gloria Estefan. But while Manzaro named each of these celebrities, it's important to note that he isn't directly suing all of them, just Diddy and Emilio for alleged misconduct. But when you really analyze the details in Joseph Manzaro's lawsuit, you really get a chilling picture of what these notorious Diddy parties may have actually been like. According to court documents, Manzaro claims that he was drugged and taken to a party at the Estefan's mansion in the super exclusive Miami neighborhood of Star Island, where Diddy also had a house. Upon arriving, Manzaro said that Gloria Estefan noticed how deteriorated he looked and tried to call an ambulance, only for her husband Emilio to quickly silence her. Manzaro said that he saw LeBron James walking by and he was only wearing a white bath towel. When LeBron saw how
not Bron. Not Bron. Oh, come on now. Dang.
Messed up Manzaro was, he allegedly said, quote, "Y'all better do something about that." Now, why LeBron was walking around a Diddy party in just a towel, we don't have the answers to that one. We got a lot of answers, but not.
Hey, look, maybe he was getting ready for basketball practice or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He probably was taking a shower. Maybe he just came from basketball practice, right? Came from basketball practice like, yo, Diddy, hey, you got a towel? Let me get a towel. I'm about to go take a shower, get out, go get a change of clothes. Let me hold some clothes. But that don't make no sense because they are not the same size. And why would Diddy have extra clothes for LeBron? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a way to maybe why he got the towel on, but it don't make sense why he would. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I shouldn't have said it. Let me just go and let the video play.
Not that one. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Who knows?
Yeah,
but according to the court documents we do know of, things got a lot worse. Way worse, actually. Manzaro claims that an individual only identified as Diddy's personal sexual assistant led him through secret tunnels that connected the Estefan's mansion to the defendant Diddy's mansion, where Diddy was throwing a birthday party for his 17-year-old son, Christian Combs. Manzaro said that Diddy forced him to wear a phallic mask, and that's where he allegedly saw Beyonce and Jay-Z. When Beyonce saw Manzaro, she apparently said, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a mask standing here in front of me?" The lawsuit then claims that Diddy ordered Manzaro to be undressed and forcibly paraded him through multiple rooms filled with people who were jeering and taunting him. Some of the things in this lawsuit are honestly too crazy for content and for the internet, but it did say that Diddy degraded him and that he forcibly washed him in a shower and locked him into a black leather mask that was zipped over his head. Diddy's legal team denied Joseph Manzaro's accusations, and it turns out that the other celebs named in the lawsuit came with receipts. Jay-Z's representatives say the accusations were demonstrably false because Jay was in New York City that very same day of the alleged party, doing events at NYU and Hostro's Community College to promote his streaming platform Tidal. Gloria and Amelia Estefan's response was a little weird though. They denied the allegations but stated that the property the alleged incident occurred in wasn't their actual residence, but a property that was owned for family use. As for King James, LeBron's rep said that he wasn't the one in Miami at the time of the alleged Diddy party because he was playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But it's been worth noting that there has been some
There you go. He was rapping that that Offset. He was rapping that off. He was rapping Offset. So Takeoff. Yeah, Takeoff. He was rapping that Takeoff. I'll be getting the Migos Takeoff and Offset mixed up sometime. Yeah, he was rapping that Takeoff right here. I remember this video right here. All up in the parties, all up in the film. He was dancing. I thought he was gonna pull the Bobby Shmurda and start dancing on the table or something like that. I'm like, nah.
Pretty persistent rumors about LeBron and Diddy's relationship, especially since LeBron has been a vocal fan of Diddy parties in the past. As scrutiny grew over Diddy's notorious star-studded parties, fans zeroed in on a live stream that LeBron did with the Bad Boy mogul back in 2020, where he proudly shouted out,
"Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so."
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
While LeBron's rep said he wasn't at any specific party, it's probably safe to say that those other Diddy parties left a big impression on Bron. But while the Carters and LeBron want nothing to do with Diddy's nonstop scandal, Kanye West clearly wants all the smoke.
But as far as Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
In recent years, Ye and Diddy have had a pretty bumpy relationship. In 2020, Kanye made a surprise appearance.
Man, I'm about tired of Kanye West, him and his little flip-flop behavior. It's like he does everything for shock value. Then, you know, he hold back a little bit, wait for a couple weeks. He see that he ain't getting no attention, and this is why he's coming at Kendrick Lamar as well. He's getting no attention. He's an attention. Yeah, he's fiends for attention.
At the BET Awards to present Diddy with the Lifetime Achievement Award, where he called Diddy his favorite artist. But Ye's speech also ventured off into some pretty bizarre territory.
I go to him for advice to this day. He inspires so many of my choices, so many of my life choices, my wife choices.
I ain't never see that clip. Kanye West just said P. Diddy inspires him for his wife choices. And we know what Kanye West just came out and said last week, what he was doing since he was 14. I don't know, Kanye West. You probably want to stop running your mouth because all your old footage is going to start coming out. That's what's going to happen.
But the Ye-Diddy love fest didn't last long. Just months later, Diddy criticized Kanye for releasing a White Lives Matter t-shirt.
I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it.
And Ye did not appreciate Diddy's critique. Not only did he share personal texts between him and Diddy where he accused him of trying to threaten and influence him, but he made a nuclear Drink Champs appearance that was distributed by Diddy's own network, Revolt.
And the reason why you got talks because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car.
Kanye's explosive Drink Champs interview was later deleted, and Diddy tried to piece it up by showing up backstage to Ye's 2024 Rolling Loud set. But while Diddy apparently planned on having a private meeting with Kanye after his...
When Kanye West be doing these outbursts, he just don't sound like a billionaire. Are y'all sure he's a billionaire? Y'all sure? I don't know, man. I think they just be throwing that out on people.
Performance, Ye snubbed him and left him hanging. In recent months, however, Kanye's hatred of Diddy seems to have done a complete 180. Since Diddy's been locked up in the notorious MDC Brooklyn jail, Ye has been his most vocal and passionate defender. Ye has used his platform to repeatedly shout out Diddy and even advocate for Kendrick Lamar to use his Super Bowl performance to call for Diddy to be freed from jail. And it's safe to say, Kendrick did not take Ye's advice on that one. Kanye almost seems desperate to be linked to Diddy as much as possible. And in October of 2024, the world got to see just how close Kanye and Diddy were when they were both named in a lawsuit filed by Ye's former assistant. In the suit, Lauren Pisciata alleged that she was drugged and assaulted during a studio session co-hosted by both Ye and Diddy. Pisciata claims that Ye's team said that she had a drink and she wanted to stay for the session, and that she felt disoriented after just taking a few sips. Pisciata says that Ye later admitted to her that they had, quote, kinda hooked up that night even though she had zero recollection of what happened. When Diddy was named in the lawsuit, he wasn't accused of any specific misconduct, and this also wasn't the first lawsuit that Pisciata filed against her former employer. In June of 2024, just months earlier, Pisciata sued Ye for breach of contract and sexual assault. Despite the seriousness of these allegations, Kanye only doubled down in his support of Diddy. In March of 2025, Ye released a song Lonely Roads Go to Sunshine, which featured his 11-year-old daughter Northwest and Diddy, whose vocals were recorded during a jailhouse phone call. North's mother, Kim Kardashian, was reportedly horrified that Ye would put North on a song with an alleged sex trafficker and tried to prevent the release of Lonely Roads through cease and desist letters. When Ye dropped the song anyway, Kim reportedly conveyed an emergency hearing with the judge, and Kanye didn't even bother to show up. Kanye seems to have zero problem dragging his family into the Diddy controversy, and his support of Puff might affect his ability to see his own children at this point. Ye addressed the concerns over his Diddy support in an out-of-pocket interview with DJ Academics, where he wore a swastika chain, a Sean John t-shirt, and an all-black KKK outfit. In the interview, Ye defended domestic violence by saying,
I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten into an altercation with a girl at one point.
Ye also called Diddy his twin and said that he was ready to bury their past beef.
We family. We can get into it.
Based on how Ye's moving nowadays, it's almost as if Kanye's begging to be taken down right alongside his twin Diddy. Ye might not be scared, but tons of celebrities from Diddy's past are on high alert. Jennifer Lopez had a super high profile on-again, off-again relationship with Diddy from 1999 to 2001. Once upon a time, they were celebrated as one of the industry's biggest superstar power couples until they found themselves in the center of a massive scandal. J-Lo and Diddy were involved in a 1999 shooting at a New York nightclub that left 3 people injured. According to reports, Diddy had an altercation with a notorious Brooklyn gangster named Scar that erupted into violence. One of the victims, Natanya Rubin, insisted that Diddy—
Hey, I seen her. She been coming out saying, yeah, I seen him. I seen him do it, but Sean took the fall.
Diddy shot her before fleeing the scene with J-Lo, his bodyguard Wolf, and Shine, a rapper who was signed to Diddy's Bad Boy record label. In the aftermath, all 4 individuals were arrested, but J-Lo's charges were quickly dropped. The fallout of the shooting threatened to topple Diddy's career as he was facing 4 weapons-related charges and years in prison. The trial was a tabloid sensation
Sean
and
took
hugely
that.
publicized. But
Sean did 10 years for Puff Daddy, bruh. P. Diddy, I meant.
in March of 2001, Diddy and Wolf were acquitted on all charges, but Diddy's 21-year-old protege, Shine, wasn't so lucky. After being found guilty on 5 different charges, Shine was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Years later, Shine claimed that Diddy's lawyers set him up to be the fall guy. Shine even alleged that Diddy's shady actions pretty much sent him to prison. Ever since their trial and breakup, J-Lo has maintained her distance from Diddy, leading fans to speculate that she might know some of the bad boy mogul's darkest secrets. In 2003, J-Lo confirmed that Diddy's constant cheating ruined their relationship. But in 2014, J-Lo sang Diddy's praises, saying that he taught me so many things and that she'll always be grateful for him. But ever since the news broke of Diddy's alleged abuse and sex scandals, people have been looking at J-Lo's relationship with him in a complete different light. In Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit, she claimed that Diddy frequently forced her to carry guns in her purse. Is it possible that Diddy made J-Lo do the same thing during their
He trying to turn Cassie into a J-Lo
tumultuous relationship? A clip recently went viral from a 2015 appearance on the Wendy Williams show where J-Lo's mom could be seen brutally dismissing the idea of her daughter getting back with Diddy.
That I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way. Look at, or in my mind.
In 2020,
oh, you know, mommies know best. You see her in the crowd? No, she not.
J-Lo released a documentary, The Greatest Story Never Told, where she emotionally revealed that she had been manhandled during a past relationship. While J-Lo avoided naming names, people have connected the dots and assumed that she might be referring to her relationship with Diddy. Given J-Lo's connection to one of Diddy's most infamous scandals, it's pretty fair to assume that her name may be brought up during his upcoming trial. Yeah. Ashton Kutcher is another longtime Diddy alleged associate who's being asked—
This is Punk, y'all. He could be going down with Diddy too?
—to answer for his past relationship. In the early 2000s, both Kutcher and Diddy had shows set up on MTV Kutcher's infamous prank show Punk'd and Diddy reality TV show competition Making the Band. Kutcher had become a frequent Diddy sidekick and attendee of his parties. In 2009, Ashton Kutcher even co-hosted one of Diddy's white parties to raise funds for the Malaria No More charity. Now, there's nothing technically wrong about hanging out with Diddy, but Ashton Kutcher has made some strange comment about those Diddy parties. During a joint 2018 appearance on James Corden, Kutcher said that
if you're a single man, like there's probably no greater human being in the world. This is 20 years ago. We were having a lot of fun together.
They even joked about running for president together on there. But when Ashton Kutcher appeared on Hot Ones in 2019, he dodged a question about what actually went on in those Diddy parties.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot. I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Seeing as he was friends with Diddy for damn near 2 decades, it's safe to say that Ashton might have a good reason not to tell any Diddy party stories. While Ashton talked up his history with Diddy for years, he stayed silent about his old friends since the allegations surfaced.
How was the party?
I wonder if he gonna do French Montana in here. French Montana was just spotted at the airport with somebody. He avoided a question about Diddy. The guy asked him, "Have you been speaking to P. Diddy lately?" He said, he like got up out of there. the security guards start coming after the dude.
A series of lawsuits have also exposed shocking claims about some of today's biggest celebrities. In 2024, record producer Lil Rod alleged that Diddy bragged about having sex with a man identified as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Seeing as Meek Mill proudly reps Philly and has had a high-profile relationship with Nicki between 2014 and 2016, there's really only one person that could be. As the rumors went viral, Meek hopped on Twitter to denounce the allegations and deny he was gay. Meek even promised to put up $100,000 cash for an investigative team to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill's name to Diddy's case. It's been over a year at this point, but Meek still hasn't offered an update on the results of his so-called investigation. But let's just say Meek's denials haven't fully convinced the public, especially since Meek and Diddy were frequently pictured together over the years. Lil Rod,
and they went as far as having on the same outfit. I know Meek and P. Diddy probably had little pajama parties and stuff like that.
also alleged that Diddy bragged about having a sexual relationship with a singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. And if you connect the dots, this couldn't be anybody else except Usher, who held down the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show and has had a long history with Diddy. In fact, Usher was sent to live with Diddy by producer L.A. Reid when he was just 15 years old. In a 2004 interview with Rolling Stone, Usher alleged that Diddy exposed him to sex. Quote, there was always girls around, you'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room.
Remember we talked about how when you introduce to things at a young age, you're very impressionable, and that could later on turn into you being one of them fans. Y'all know what fan mean. Yeah. That's how Usher be at them shows. When he be having a little bowl of cherries, a little bowl of grapes and all that, he be feeding people. That's where that come from. It's showing, y'all.
Having an orgy. Fucking crazy. Seeing that at 15 is crazy. While Usher was candid about his Diddy experiences in that one interview, he's become pretty tight-lipped in the years since. During a 2016 interview, Howard Stern asked Usher if he
Hell no.
Usher hasn't commented on the new allegations against Diddy, but fans noticed that all of his tweets were mysteriously deleted in September of 2024. Rumors started flying that Usher's scrubbed Twitter was somehow connected to Diddy, but Usher claimed that he was hacked and that the deleted posts reappeared shortly after. In March of 2025, NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Drewski also found themselves drug into the Diddy scandal when a woman named Ashley Parham named them in a lawsuit. Parham alleged that Diddy drugged, kidnapped, and assaulted her in 2018, and that Diddy instructed Drewski to assault her while Odell watched the whole thing. Drewski denied the allegations, claiming that he wasn't even a public figure at the time of the alleged assault. Quote, I was broke living with...
You got to get the part where he was singing Happy Birthday to French Montana. French Montana looked so uncomfortable when Diddy was like, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. French was like, damn, and y'all recording this? That's those shaming rituals, y'all.
With my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this alleged assault, so the inclusion in my name is truly outlandish. Odell Beckham Jr. responded on social media writing, quote, boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I'm covered by God, he will prevail, that name will be cleared, it's stupid. But people did notice that Drewski did seem to have a pretty tight relationship with Diddy.
Dang. That's Diddy right there? He don't look too well. He don't look too good right there. Diddy don't look too good right there. He don't look well. His neck ain't necking. That neck is, pause. Pause, super pause button. I don't know.
Diddy, and they even recorded a few popular skits together. And Odell's been seen at plenty of Diddy parties in the past, which means he's not out of hot water just yet. Those celebrities can deny all they want, but there's a ton of documentation out there about their alleged Diddy ties, and you can't run from that. It's safe to say that the Diddy trial might be a huge moment of reckoning for the music industry. Legal experts are already weighing in on what strategy Diddy's team might take to defend him. Insiders say that Diddy's lawyers are planning on being absolutely ruthless when it comes to jury selection so they can pack as many sympathetic jurors as possible in the courtroom. But what happens if Diddy finds himself in a corner? Some of the most powerful...
Man, as of late, I'm starting to see on the internet that he done paid off people and all of that other stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to hear now. Mind you, this was about a couple weeks ago right here, this video right here. But do y'all think those people are going to go down with Diddy? I don't know. What y'all think? Do y'all think they're going to let Diddy scot-free? I don't know. Is this a shaming ritual? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.